Hello once again to the 2020 Vernon Winter Carnival Parade. We are here on the route, my friend. It's Jared Schaefer, Betty Sellen, the Sunrise Show from Sun FM.
We are so excited to be back this year to do the commentary for the 60th annual Vernon Winter Carnival Parade.
Far out, man!
I've had some inside scoops about some of the best floats, and let me tell you, you are in for an amazing at least hour long of entertainment.
You know what's cool, Betty, is I was looking into some of the research we were doing, is there's a lot of local community groups and businesses that are celebrating a 60th at this parade as well.
The anniversary. And one of the big highlights that you are going to love is the Vernon Girls Trumpet Band reuniting after an 11-year absence, and some of the original members are going to be with them today in the parade.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Yeah. And you're going to see some incredible costumes. Everybody is really getting into this 60s theme. We always kick things off with the City of Vernon Fire Rescue. They have 2 fire trucks in the parade this year.
Well, you got to make sure that everybody's awake right off the bat, Betty. So they'll hit the horns all the way through, and I'm starting to get the chills because I know what Vernon does. I know what the North Okanagan does now as far as all out for this parade.
The community really comes out. Doesn't matter what the weather, and actually not too bad today. A little bit of a breeze seems to always kick up just in time for the parade. But here we have Vernon Fire Rescue. Every kid loves a fire truck, don't they?
I did check. There is a slight chance during parade time. So over the next hour, we might see a couple of flakes. But if it does come, it won't be a lot. It'll just add to the ambiance of Vernon Winter Carnival.
Because a lot of places think we're just a little bit crazy to have a parade in the winter. But it just shows how hardy we are here in the North Okanagan. Following Vernon Fire Rescue is the ANAF Color Party. This is the Army, Navy, Air Force Veterans of Canada, Unit Number 5, Vernon.
So you've got flag bearers coming in from Vernon, Kamloops, and the Vernon Legion taking part in this walk.
Love the sound of a band.
The BC Regiment Band has been in Vancouver since 1900. They last performed in Vernon at last year's Okanagan Military Tattoo. We'll have more details coming up a little bit later on in the parade.
I love that they're wearing the historical style uniform based on the rifle regiment of the 19th century.
Vernon Winter Carnival Arrest the Best Jail. It's presented by Okanagan Restoration Services. So Arrest the Best. You've done this before, partner.
Oh, I have been in that jail. I definitely have.
February 10th to 14th. Get your boss, your coworker to be arrested.
They're begging to be let out. And following, we have Vernon Winter Carnival Chair Deb White, followed by the Chief Carnival Cop. Oh, there's the mayor of Vernon in the hippie groove machine there.
Do you figure he had to buy those clothes or had that in the back of the closet?
He may have been saving those. Great job on the costume, Victor Cumming.
Oh, the Clydesdales pulling a white vis-a-vis for the new Queen and Princess Silver Star. Megan Foles, Miss Okanagan Restoration Services Queen this year, and Piper Cahoon, Miss Johnston Meyer Insurance Princess.
The carriage also carrying the Queen Silver Star and Princess Silver Star from last year, the 59th as well.
You've got your retiring royalty, of course, which you spoke of. That's Haley Rakos and Madison Barrett. The 2019 and 2020 candidates also.
Also in these vehicles following, that's right. You know, that Queen Star Excellence Program, it just keeps going strong. Oh, here we have, oh my goodness, this looks like the fun entry from the...
it's the Little Smith & Sons.
Yes. These are the Little Miss Smith and Sons. They're remodeling and custom home specialists for more than 30 years.
So are the Little Misses, are they the next generation of
That's
the
right.
Queens and
They are
princesses?
part of the program, and there they are being taken down the parade route by Smith and Sons. They're right across the road from the Science Center in Vernon.
There's a lot of ladies groups, so it's from the young to the experienced in life. There's a lot of really strong ladies groups in the North Okanagan. We're going to see a ton of them today in the parade.
Absolutely. And you know, the other thing that the Winter Carnival does is it has royalty that visits from throughout the region. So that's what we're seeing now as they give us a big wave and a big welcome. And the previous Silver Star royalty from so many years, the program has been around for decades.
I believe this is Eric Foster, MLA.
Eric Foster was at the kickoff breakfast this morning. I hope that they're able to get a really good shot of his costume. He and his wife did a fabulous job. Oh, great.
I wonder how many of these are really costumes, though, Betty.
Or are they just dug in the back of their closet?
Exactly.
Is that what you're intimating? All right, here we've got the Vernon tourism float.
Now, this is decorated from all kinds of handmade commemorative iconic pieces celebrating 60 years.
And congratulations, they actually won for Best Overall Portrayal. Way to go, Vernon Tourism.
I'd like to spend a little bit more time with that, with all the different pieces commemorating the 60 years. And I think there are probably a lot of Easter eggs in this parade, if you want to call it that, Betty, just little subtle nods to the 60s.
I tell you, the Kalamalka carrying clowns are everywhere. They love to visit hospitals, care facilities, and also, of course, the community events, putting smiles on everyone's faces. I also wanted to mention, just going by there, Vernon Tourism, that Teresa from Vernon Tourism received the Order of Jopo at the kickoff breakfast this morning for her many years of volunteering for Winter Carnival. And, of course, all the other things she does to put our community on the map.
That kickoff looked like it was fun. I saw some of the pictures that you put up.
It was a great time. People in costumes, having a really good time. Oh, magnetic signs going by, wishing everyone a happy, happy Carnival.
I love those. If we had half the humor they have on those signs, Betty.
You know, wouldn't that be a great job creating those signs? Valley First, a division of First West Credit Union, they are bringing the next entry in. And I noticed that they have made a peace sign out of balloons. I bet that took a little while.
I don't, did they approve insurance for that driving?
Oh,
driving
it's a
slow
float.
enough.
It's
Driving
a
slow
float.
enough.
Great job.
The Air Cadets are approaching, Betty. 223 Red Lion. So we've got the cadets marching behind. They're showcasing some of their talents, the skills that they learn, biathlon, marksmanship, drill, and band.
A very active group here in the Vernon area.
Again, it's another one of those essential parts that you can't tell the history of the North Okanagan without the cadets.
The sound of that drum is kind of mesmerizing, isn't it?
That's outstanding, isn't it?
Makes me want to march with that.
Got some of the Valley First folks.
They're handing out candy, by the way. It's one of the things that makes the Carnival Parade so popular with the kids.
The Girl Guides of Canada Vernon District coming in now. Over 160 members in Vernon, ranging in age from 5 to 95.
Now that is dedication.
This is a pretty cool showcase too. Locals banded together, started digging for support, got enough to actually get RCMP Appreciation Day recognized by the province this year on the 100th anniversary of the RCMP. It's so cool that people took the initiative to have that done.
That's right. It was celebrated on February 1st. Congratulations to that committee. Up next, the Scouts of Canada North Okanagan. They are going back in time, dressed in 60s wear around a campfire.
It's all about community service, physical activity, hands-on learning for the young folks.
They say Scouts is a start of something great. It looks like they had a great time putting that together. A little tie-dyeing going on in a few kitchens in the Vernon area. Congratulations to all the volunteers also to make those programs happen. It doesn't happen without the volunteers.
Look at this vintage truck, Betty. OSRDA Okanagan Shuswap Roller Derby Association in a 1951 Bickle Seagrave fire truck.
This is an aerial ladder fire truck owned by Terry Weed, who offered to let them use it for the parade. They look like they are having a good time. You know, that's one of the things, Jarrett, that I love about Vernon Winter Carnival Parade is that often organizations get together to say, let's put a float in. You know, it might be hard to do on your own, but if you work with another group, you can make that happen. So that's just another example of people working together to put an entry into the parade.
I doubt there is a single float that didn't have a whole bunch of teamwork and effort.
Lots of collaboration. The Vernon Music School.
The Beatles.
Love those costumes. They, of course, are following it up with a trailer with the Yellow Submarine. Love those Beatles and tie-dye costumes.
It's the largest music school in the North Okanagan. Over 450 families who take lessons at the school. They've got 22 faculty members that help learning.
And if you've never been to the Vernon Music School, it's in a heritage house on East Hill, and it's beautiful.
The Lumbee Historical Society in a 1947 American LaFrance. It's an antique fire truck. They actually, I heard that they found this in a field after about 30 years, rebuilding it right now. It's sponsored by the Village of Lumbee, Terry's Automotive, Lumbee Tirecraft, and many, many more.
There goes Art and Earth Childcare. Peace, Love, and Childcare, the name of their parade entry. They provide school and summer care, featuring the 1957 Ford pickup and a 69 Chevy Beaumont, along with the 58 Rambler.
Some sheriff's vehicles.
Those are the sirens we're hearing right now. Oh, a little burnout going on. Oh, I don't know if the sheriff liked that or not.
I think they might be putting on a little bit of a show, getting chased down.
I have to tell you that the crowd is loving it.
Chased down by the fuzz, as they would say back in the 60s.
Up next, you'll see the vehicle draped in the Canadian flag. That is Member of Parliament Mel Arnold. He was first elected to the North Okanagan Shuswap riding in 2015, re-elected in 2019. The voice of the region in Ottawa. Always tries to make sure that he is here to take part in community events like this. And again, wearing the tie-dye, and I don't know what color you would call that cap he is wearing, but it's definitely fluorescent.
That's a neon green.
Probably doesn't wear that in Ottawa often.
In behind Mel, we have the North Okanagan Canada Day Society. That vehicle is interesting, my friend. These are the volunteers who organize the Canada Day festivities for the North Okanagan each year. Sponsored by the Government of Canada, City of Vernon, Craftsman Collision, Pinnacle Renewable Energy, and Okanagan Restoration. All the money that they raise makes sure that we can go and have those Canada Day festivities for free each year.
We love our Canada Day here in the North Okanagan. That is for sure.
Some of these vehicles, I really want to hop in and go for a ride. Maybe not the police vehicles, but some of the other ones. Really unique.
I wouldn't mind taking that for a spin, I think.
A ride, not a drive, Betty.
Oh, no, I want to drive it. I don't want to be in the back seat again. You already had me arrested once.
For charity.
For charity, that's right. Yeah, we should clear up. That was for charity. Hi, Mel. Nice to see you. Great costume. I love that.
It's one of these times where
The
I'm going, what is that?
I don't know what that vehicle is, but it's from Black and McDonald, and it looks fun. It's a Craftsman Collision vehicle. And the crossover between the Canada Day decorations and the theme of the Vernon Winter Carnival. There's our buddy from Sandy's Collision involved in that. So many corporate sponsors
North
there.
Okanagan minor lacrosse coming by, about 20 lacrosse players.
They are very active here in the region. We know that lacrosse is a very popular sport. And we've got the banner being carried right behind them, the North Valley Gymnastics Society. And following the DCT truck with the Gymnastics Society Peace Float.
The bubble blower is a nice touch.
I have to say, I'm loving it. And look at that jukebox.
Wow. Those kids are so talented.
I know, and look at them. They're not even wearing coats. Oh, they're having a good time, showing us some of their 60s moves, gymnastic style.
The lava lamps, that was a nice touch. Again, it's the uniqueness, the creativity that people are thinking of.
This is impressive. Good job, Okanagan Gymnastics Society. We have coming up. Oh, it's Sean Lee, Dr. Sean Lee, who's a dentist here in Vernon in that float. And now,
he says all you need is love and teeth.
Love and teeth. Okay, good to know.
BC Adventure Smart is coming through now. They work on search and rescue prevention, so knowing ahead of time before you head out on any outdoor activity. They say 3 T's.
So important.
Trip planning, training, and taking the essentials.
Stutters, having a good time there. I think they might be again with that candy. I love how people have really gotten into the theme. You can make almost anything look like it came from the 60s.
There's our friends from the regional co-op coming through.
Jay Keys, saw him out and about this morning, like to get involved in all of the community events.
I heard Cooper was coming. Is Cooper on that truck?
Oh, I think Cooper is just on the back.
There he is. You're right, Betty.
There's the mascot. Love a mascot in a parade for sure. This is the Total Restoration Services.
That's your Total Castanet Fun Cruiser.
It is. They have gone 60s. Such great colors. I didn't think about how psychedelic this parade was going to be. And the bubbles. People are loving the bubbles.
Nobody's going to accuse this as a dull-colored parade.
Definitely not. A lot of great themes this year for the parade. Up next, we've got the Canadian Cadets, the 63 Kalamalka Sea Cadets, marching band, ages 13 to 18.
Just following up behind them, Vernon Vipers Hockey Club, 6-time national champions.
Is Sniper their mascot here? Kids love getting their photo with Sniper. He might be stuck along the parade route somewhere. Go Vipers, go!
How many parades have you attended, Betty?
Oh my goodness, dozens. I only miss the parade if I'm out of town. And I've done the commentary probably a dozen times or so, which I love because you get the inside scoop and an up-close look at everything because they tend to pause as they're going by Shaw here right across from the Vernon Courthouse.
I believe that's the Vernon BMX Club that's coming our way.
They start them young, don't they? How cute is that?
Ages 2 to 102, Betty.
Oh, it's not too late for me then. What is really cool is that BMX is now an Olympic sport, and the Vernon Club has produced 5 pro riders since 1982. And of course, they continue to develop riders today. You can pop on over to the club anytime for a free trail race and see if it's something that you might be interested in.
Maybe we'll wait till spring.
Spring might be a good idea. They are they're just off 20th Street is where the club is located. It's a very popular place. She means business. Love that.
The JCIs are walking through. Of course, they have their JCI 2019 Good Citizen of the Year walking alongside as well. It's a group of young professionals and entrepreneurs that are committed to positive change in our community. And that Good Citizen gets $500 to throw to the charity of their choice.
I saw her this morning at the breakfast. Lisa Nagler has, oh my goodness, she just volunteers for everything, including, we see her every year as she volunteers for our Have a Heart Radiothon. And here she comes in the truck following the JCIs. She does so much for Vernon Jubilee Hospital, one of her favorite charities.
This is one from out of town, Betty, and a very successful one on parades. It's the Spirit of the Lake, the City of Kelowna, Ogopogo, and the Okanagan Sunflower. They have awarded 2 awards at the 2019 Calgary Stampede Parade, Best Municipal Entry and the President's Award. That's the best overall entry.
I'm digging this music. Even the driver got into the theme. I love it.
It's their royalty on the float as well. Miss Kelowna, Lady of the Lake, Priala Conti, and Kelowna Princess Gracie Huber. Cobb's bread. We've got the Freemasons going by as well.
Freemasons are in every parade. You know what's so great about the Freemasons? They have that cancer car program where they drive people for treatment in Kelowna if they're unable to drive themselves. Oh, there's another brightly colored one from BCAA. The blue and white hippie van. The Jim Pattison Broadcast Group, Beach Radio, Vernon Matters. They have decorated their orange and yellow van with tie-dye decorations. They are handing out goodies from Sunripe.
O'Keefe Ranch started in 1867, so they can celebrate a different century of 60s.
Definitely, but their entry, of course, showing just a few of the things they do out at the ranch. You can go for a pony ride. Obviously, they're offer tours. Their season opens May through September, always in time for Mother's Day. They have a big celebration for Mother's Day at O'Keefe Ranch.
Nona Child Development Center has set up their own little 60s playground on the back of their float. They support over 800 children in our community with special needs.
Look at that cute car and those giant crayons. Great job, Nona. That took some volunteers a little time, I'm pretty sure. The Sadak Ukrainian Dance Ensemble celebrating 20 years of performing in our community. Apparently what we're listening to is Ukrainian rock music. Their 20th anniversary concert is going to take place at the Vernon Performing Arts Center on May 31st.
You can also book them for community events, weddings, and business functions. That's what you call a fun business function.
That's got to be tricky, dancing down a wet street on a winter's day.
The Watkin Motors Mustangs PB hockey team walking by. Now 17 athletes from Vernon, Lavington, and Lumbee playing in the Coca-Cola Classic Hockey Tournament. They're coached by Ed Patterson, Steve Nagy, Joe Dalling, and Jaden Nagar.
This is the tournament's 49th year. Huge shout out to Watkin Motors and Toco Industries for their help with the parade entry. Of course, The 49th annual Coca-Cola Pee Wee Classic kicks off next Thursday. Lavington Planer, that's our Toco entry. They have had that truck for years.
That is a vintage snowmobile, I'll say. The tracks look a little new, though.
May have had to be replaced.
Vernon Snowmobile Association, by the way, has been around since 1967. Again, one of those groups.
Celebrating another milestone.
60s.
You can track down all of the activities they do at sledvernon.ca. They are a very active club. They do a lot of fun stuff. It's really family oriented, as you can see by their float as well. They've got several entries. Oh my goodness, look at that one. Must have been one of the first from when they started.
I feel like I saw sleds like that in a James Bond movie from long ago. We've upgraded a bit since then.
Oh my goodness, the new ones have heated everythings, don't they?
This is our Lavington Mayday royalty. An old-fashioned Lavington fire truck. Looking for it. Maybe it didn't make the trip.
Oh, maybe they weren't able to bring it this year. They just brought the one of their vehicles. We've got Queen Kaylin Semkew and senior ambassadors Sage McCall, Justine Meyer, Hale Durand, and Abigail George, along with junior ambassador Thomas Wright.
This is Martin Estate and Injury Law. Melody Martin recently renovated the old Peachway building near Seton High School. Melody graduated from Harvard Law School. You don't meet too many people that went to Harvard, do you?
Not in Vernon. I have to say, when I drive by, I always check the sign. They do a great job of having an entertaining sign out front along 27th Street.
Insider travel note from Betty Sellen there.
Great entry, the 60s justice symbols there with peace. Oh, this next float, they are partying up a storm. This is Venture Training, Vernon and District Association for Community Living. And Comic-Con coming to Vernon. This is the Village Green Hotel Complex, which is, of course, celebrating Vernon Comic-Con. About 20 superhero sci-fi characters walking in today's parade.
So I see Captain Jack and Jedi in there.
They have their own theme. They didn't need the Winter Carnival theme. They stuck with their own theme. Having a good time walking the parade route today. Following them, the Zimbabwe Project and the Polar Bear Swim. That is Saturday, February 15th at Paddle Wheel Park. The swim goes down at 1 o'clock, and the event is from 10 till 2. It's sponsored by Polar Battery, formerly Vernon Battery, Curves in Vernon, and Associated Environmental. They're encouraging you to stop by and take a dip in the lake. Registration at 11:30 in the morning. Have you ever done a polar bear swim?
I think I dipped a toe once and gave up pretty quickly.
Oh, we've got the Kismet Beacons Furry Foundation Society, promoting family tourism as well as Beacons for Hope and the Mascot Games. Check out those solar panels, followed by this cute little car. Oh my goodness. I'd actually like to take that for a spin, wouldn't you?
More than a spin, my friend. I'd take the battery down and see just how far it can go. It's the BC Sustainable Energy Association Okanagan chapter. Their goal is to take action to mitigate the climate emergency with things like electric cars and solar energy. straight up walking.
That one is a solo car, though. That's so interesting to me. Of course, followed now by a number of electric vehicles.
The trunk in the hood of the car.
Interesting. Their goal, of course, is to educate people about solutions and alternative energy electric cars, helping with air quality for your health. Of course, very involved with SENS, the Sustainable Environmental Network Society, here, very active in North Okanagan.
This is a big moment coming our way now. It's them, Betty.
They reuniting after 11 years. The Vernon Girls Trumpet Band. They're going to be followed up by some of the original members.
Established in 1947 by Robert Hodgson. To be a band girl, they had to register as a cadet. So they would do actual cadet training and activities and, of course, be a part of the band. Eventually, they transformed into the Vernon Girls Trumpet Band. It was taken over. So this is a family project. They were taken over by daughter June Hodgson. It's estimated over 2,500 girls over the years have been members of this band.
The band was in the first Vernon Winter Carnival Parade and are honoring with the 60th anniversary alumni band.
You get chills when you can be at the first one and come back around for the 60th.
Several second and third generation mother-daughter alumni. Let's have a listen. You can hear the crowd clapping for them.
It's almost like they meant to stop in front of us.
I think that might have been planned. They wanted to do a big shout out, a big thank you to Canadian Tire that offered them the opportunity to practice indoors so they would be ready for this performance here today. And they did the Vernon Girls Trumpet Band proud.
Also a big thank you from them to the Helena Senior Activity Center, as that's where they were able to hold their meet and greet.
Following the band is their float. Bob Hodgson and Phil Scott, also Robert Hodgson's children. On the float, several of the alumni band members, a few ladies from the original 1947 band here at the Winter Carnival Parade today. Up next is the Parkwood Retirement Resort, their Parkwood Bus Independent Retirement Community in Vernon.
Our friends from the Special Olympics are coming through the parade, but not all of them, because the Special Olympics are getting underway, some of them in competition. We have lots of locals that are actually going to be competing this year in swimming, 5-pin bowling, powerlifting, skiing, snowshoeing as well.
The Special Olympics very active here in Vernon. And I want to say a big shout out to all the volunteers who dedicate hours and hours to help make sure that these people are able to participate in events like that. Their motto, let me win, but if I cannot win, let me brave in the attempt. I love that.
The 1705 Royal Canadian Army Cadets
They're showing a little winter camping.
They already look tough. You can tell they're not cold at all.
Our next entry is Pacific International Trucks. They're blue, black, and orange vehicles coming next. They've got 2 service trucks, a smart car, a sprinter van, a semi, and a trailer. They have fleets throughout the BC interior, a full repair and maintenance shop located centrally right here in Vernon. I love their motto, 25 hours a day, 7-day-a-week service
They'll go
trucks
that
available.
extra hour just for you if
They
need
will
be.
never leave you stranded.
That vehicle looks like one of the ones from Mad Max.
Oh my goodness.
Still gets 25 miles to the gallon, by the way.
Flower power. I wonder what they tow with that smart car.
Small bicycles.
When your bike breaks down, they've got the vehicle for you.
That's good environmental leadership, though, right? Like, if you don't need a big vehicle, then take a small one.
If you're going to pick up a part, use a smart car. Now that looks like a serious truck to me. Those are the kind you see on the Coquihalla. Our next entry is Your Life Sparkles. It's an inspirational company that loves laughter and lifting others up. They encourage, motivate, and support one another on social media. They host Ladies' Days events in both Vernon and Kelowna with a reminder that you are worth it to every woman out there.
Here we've got some former grand champions overall of the parade in 2016, 2017, and 2018. Of course, talking about the Upper Room Mission. They weren't in the parade last year, but they have returned triumphantly.
They returned in a big way.
Congratulations to that organization celebrating 40 years.
And a thank you for all they do in our community. They want to remind everybody that the proceeds from their thrift store boutique and the bottle donations help to feed the hungry in our community.
Oh, the Vernon ATV Club. Off-road. They promote safe and responsible riding and adventure.
They have made that into a love bug.
Love going off-road.
There we go.
The North Okanagan Green Party. Got a tricycle hidden in there, I'm told.
I am told that they picked up the trophy for the best overall special effects.
It's John and Yoko.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that is clever, isn't it? Great job. Yes, the tricycle, that was, oh my gosh.
Star Country Square. Square dancers coming through.
This is, of course, the local Square Dance Club. Followed by Freedom Doggy Daycare. Their entry name is the QDC Freedom Doggy Search Party.
They're actually on the search for the missing Dalmatian.
Well, I hope they find that missing Dalmatian. Vernon Search and Rescue, what would we do without them? These dedicated volunteers get out of bed in the middle of the night sometimes, even in the winter, to go make sure that people get home safely.
And it doesn't seem like any of the times that they go out there that it is an easy job. So thank you so much for putting life in them out there to save lives.
Looks like they rescued a couple of snowmobilers.
Those are not from the 60s like the classic ones we saw before.
No, those are not. They've also brought their search and rescue boat in the parade today, and you know, a few times they've had to put that boat into action on our area lakes to help people who get themselves in trouble during a storm or whatever. So no matter whether it's in the backcountry or on the water, Vernon Search and Rescue volunteers are there for all of us. Jarrett, what do you think so far? I think they have done Vernon proud. All of the entries with the theme this year have really come through. I know that coming up in just a couple of entries, we have one of the most popular ones that won a big award for today's parade. We're going to see that in just a couple of minutes. Of course, we're here just before the turn onto Main Street in Vernon, so sometimes we slow things down a little bit so you can get a really good look at the entries.
Well, and it gives the bands up ahead that have already passed us a chance to stop and perform for the folks that are so patiently waiting for them. Thousands lining the street today, I'd say.
Oh, absolutely. One of the busiest days in Vernon, Winter Carnival Parade Day. Our next entry is called Haystock.
Pretty self-explanatory.
It is.
Look at how cute those are. Those little burros.
Oh my goodness, those are adorable. Wouldn't be a parade without horses. Nice that they keep them a little bit away from the bands, though, isn't it? Followed by the cleanup crew, just in case.
In case of what, Betty?
Isn't it interesting that we've heard so much 60s music and no one's playing the same song? Everybody picked a different theme.
Is that planning ahead, or is it just different tastes?
I think it's just luck. Kismet Tourism, we talked about them earlier, but here they are ensuring that everyone has a good time, and also remember the mascot games.
This is secure self-storage with the Flintstones float, circa 1967. Of course, it was such a big cartoon. We held the record for the longest time of the longest running primetime cartoon until The Simpsons, of course, broke that record.
And this is the one we've been waiting for, Jared. I got a text just before the parade got underway. Congratulations, they won the best overall float. They put some work into that. Congratulations, what a fantastic entry. Welcome to Bedrock, population 2,500. They are followed by Get Lost Adventure Equipment Rental.
They actually have one of those mobile hot tubs. It's called a Bosch bath. It's wood-fired, so you can pretty much take it anywhere. You don't need the electricity, right?
How fun would that be? They also do backcountry catering for groups or just a romantic dinner.
I like this. The bagpipes are out in full force. It's the Kalamalka Highlanders Pipe Band, formed in 1984 under the supervision of Pipe Major Reg Scott, who just retired last year. Maureen Soychuk is the current Pipe Major. The band is wearing the City of Corrie tartan from the Isle of Skye.
Of course, one of the popular bands here in the North Okanagan. They have been active for over 30 performances and events every year. They actually practice twice a week so that we can enjoy how great they sound.
Speaking of practice, the Okanagan Military Tattoo coming up next. That's July 25th and 26th this year. It's Vernon's largest annual indoor event. People come from all over to perform. Over 500 performers in a 2-hour musical extravaganza.
The tattoo, of course, honors the military, RCMP, and first responders who dedicate themselves to serve and protect all of us. I believe the mayor of Lumbee is having a little fun today. I saw Kevin Acton at the kickoff breakfast. He's digging that wig. He is totally wearing his 60s gear and, of course, bringing his electric car to the parade.
Kind of an underlying theme along with the 60s and kind of peace and love and earth, in that we've seen a lot of electric cars this year.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Good job, Kevin Acton. Following the mayor of Lumbee, the Vernon Lions Club, one of the oldest service club organizations in the world. This year is the 75th anniversary of the Vernon Lions Club. They do so much in our community, Jared. If there is somebody who needs a pancake breakfast or a concession, the Vernon Lions Club is there. They have gone all out, though. They're celebrating the 60s Carnival theme.
That had to be in consideration for top float for sure.
Absolutely. Fantastic job. We've seen a couple of jukeboxes on the entries this year.
It's a Vernon and District Pony Club and Flower Power.
I like it. They are previous winners of the animal unit in the Winter Carnival Parade. Following up the walkers with a little display, I guess, of the tack room.
The Mystery Machine, it has been dubbed. It's Vernon Regional Transit, of course.
Scooby-Doo.
That's all the characters from the Scooby-Doo series inside. Probably getting warmed up.
The Mystery Machine from the 60s, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're going to have some fun now. They are followed by the TKH Dancers. Their entry includes a 1966 Pontiac Parisienne convertible, and they also have a Corvette.
They've got a kids' dance club party coming up on Sunday. It's City Dance, by the way, if you wanted to look into that. This next float looks familiar.
I think I recognize some of these people. How cute are those? We want to give a shout out to our friends who put the those little cars together, the VW, or that's the
Little Sun FM buses on our volunteers to hand out candy.
Our good friend from the afternoon show on Sun FM, April, driving the Sun FM vehicle,
We
Flower
are, of course,
Power.
the Sunrise Show, Betty and I.
Wings Vernon, just one of their countries. This is Pretium Catering.
Yeah, it's a group of catering that not only is wings, but if you're a fan of Italian Kitchen, they can bring you that cuisine as well.
And the Italian Kitchen Lake Country as well. A proud sponsor of the Vernon Chamber of Commerce. I love this entry every year. They know how to put a float together. This is the Filipino Association of Vernon. They are in the parade every year. They were primarily using the colors of the Philippine flag. So great to see them back in the parade. Awesome.
Shriners are here. It would not be a parade.
Absolutely
without
not.
Shriners. That's Vernon Shrine Club number 7.
They have a 10-foot inflatable clown as part of their entry this year.
Friends at Silver Star Mountain Resort coming through. Silver Star's first decade was in, can you guess it, Betty?
The 60s.
Yes.
There's Silver Fox, their mascot, of course. Peace, love, and magic on the mountain.
That's a cold way to ride, Silver Fox.
And of course, the Over the Hill Downhill, one of the big carnival events at Silver Star, and the ice sculpture underway at Silver Star. The mountain always participating in Vernon Winter Carnival.
The Schubert Center has gone wild on the windows.
Good job. This, of course, is their 24-passenger van that they have decorated. The Schubert Center for Seniors likes to get out and make sure that that folks can get around town, right? So
they broke out the vinyl on their van.
yes, they did.
Vinyl outselling CDs last year for the first time in
There's a
3
little
decades.
tidbit for you. Everybody's celebrating the 60s. Gideon's International in Canada. This has been a tradition in the Vernon Winter Carnival Parade. Every parade that I have ever been to, they have this float entered, of course, with the globe.
And our friends at the Vernon Rowing and Dragon Boat Club, programs for all ages and abilities. They head out onto Swan Lake from May to October. So the folks that we see here are the Vernon Dragon Riders. That's the women's dragon boat team, the Silver Dips, the senior mixed team, and the Buoyant Buddies, who are all cancer survivors.
And, you know, they compete around the world, but they practice here in Vernon. It's a growing sport for sure. Oh, we've got another loud one, Jarrett. Oh, for sure. So we have our friends from Brandt Tractor in Vernon. Their 60s themed truck and trailer with the skid steer.
And then following up behind, obviously, we've got some emergency services personnel. And at the very back end, hopefully they didn't have to be used too much during today's parade. That would be our friends at Vernon Towing, just in case, because things happen sometimes on the road. If indeed somebody broke down or needed a little bit of help, Vernon Towing was right there to do that.
It's the way we follow up every parade. Congratulations to all of the volunteers who worked so hard to put this together. And, you know, it takes so many people to make this parade happen. A couple of shout outs as we're wrapping things up. The best overall portrayal of Vernon Winter Carnival was Vernon Tourism. Best overall was the Vernon Girls Trumpet Band, Laundry Brennan. The best overall float, the Flintstones, and the best overall special effects went, of course, to the Green Party for their very interesting float with the mechanics of it as well. So as we wrap things up, we want to say a big thank you to everyone. I hope you have a fantastic carnival. Get out and enjoy all of the events and help celebrate 60 years of this incredible tradition that we have here in Vernon.
There you have it, 93 floats, the same as we saw 60 years ago when this got underway. The 2020 edition of the Winter Carnival Parade has concluded.
I just want to give a shout out to all of the volunteers who work so hard, sometimes for weeks in advance, to put these floats together. This community is incredible, and once again, they have outdone themselves putting together floats that really went with this incredible theme this year, of course, celebrating 60 years of Vernon Winter Carnival. I can't wait to see what they're going to do next year.